how it's supposed to feel.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another test. So we are going to test TrendMicro One and going up against Malwarebytes Nebula. So we have TrendMicro on the left. So on the agent, this is purely all that you can see. It's just the agent, just to show it's running, real-time protection. So we're going to use this to see when we disable the protection. And that's about it. And then we'll look at the events, if there's like anything that we can check on this side, and that's pretty much that. On the Malwarebytes, we can only run a scan, nothing else. But we can look at the console. So this is Trend Cloud One. So obviously you have all your other modules here, but we're going to work on endpoint and workload security. I must say it was a bit of a hassle to get an endpoint enrolled. I can't actually remember which TrendMicro I tested. I think it was a different one. I can't really, unless the whole interface changed, but this is fairly new to me. I can't remember that it looked like the old one. So to enroll a device, like I've mentioned, was a bit of a hassle. It's not really as straightforward as all the other vendors. So if you are looking at Trend One, just keep that in mind. Now, if we look at our computers, so this is the endpoint that's enrolled. So if we click on the little eyeball, gives you like a quick overview of what's enabled, and that's about it. Then we can look at the details of the endpoint. So endpoint name, it's computer, it's part of my malware test policy. So as the agent matches what's on the endpoint. So actions, send the policy up to the agent, but there are no updates. Then we've got anti-malware. So anti-malware is on. I inherited some of the default policies. So we'll look at the policy from this side. Look at policies. Okay, base policies. To Windows, Windows Desktop, and malware test. Okay, click on details. Okay, so on the anti-malware, you'll see it's a real-time scan. Manual scans. Inclusions, pretty much left as default. Exclusions, I haven't excluded the script. I actually want to see if it's going to interfere with the script. If it does, then I'll exclude it. Smart protection is inherited, but we'll just say deep. We'll save that. Okay, go to advanced. So in identified files, that's pretty much that. Use multi-threading is enabled. Allowed spyware grayware, so this is where we've not made the exclusion. Identified files and anti-malware events, and that's pretty much that. So web reputation, so we left it on medium, no exceptions. Block URLs, smart protection, yeah, and then under advanced, that's pretty much that. Device control, okay, pretty much left it on default, no exceptions. Activity monitor, okay, activity monitor's on. Then we've got application control. Set to block unrecognized software until it is explicitly allowed. That should give us some extra protection. Firewall, so these are all the default rules. Interface isolation was by default no, so I left it like that. Reconnaissance is yes. Advanced, and that's about it. Intrusion prevention is set to prevent. Inherit yes, so these are obviously the rules. Under advanced, inherit, yes, rule update, okay, to prevent data, and integrity monitors real time. So I'm not sure really if we're going to test any of this. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you guys the settings on this one. So it's password protected. Okay, container protection, yes. Advanced, I would say that's about it. So we're going to hop over to Nebula. Okay, so this is a much easier interface to work with. I feel TrendMicro is a little bit complicated. Okay, so under our endpoint, now it says unable to retrieve data. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, there we go. Thanks, Malwarebytes. Okay, so it just gives you a brief overview of the endpoint, how much RAM is allocated, etc., free space, versions, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and you guys can see it's part of the malware test group, and it's got the malware test policy, so it's protected. So we're going to go to policies. Okay, so we're going to go to malware policy. Okay, so general, just a name, endpoint agent. Pretty much everything here is enabled. Reboot settings, inactive endpoints, startup options, health monitor. Then tamper protection is enabled. It's got password protection, protected settings. So real-time protection for web is enabled. Exploit. So I'm just leaving kind of these on default. Behavior protection, block untrusted applications, self-protection, boot process, allow for access to device, advanced under real-time protection, let Malwarebytes apply the best action settings, recommended. So malware protection for Windows, obviously we're not doing for Apple and Linux, but we're just looking at the first column, which is Windows. So that's the protection settings, scan settings. Okay, high priority, so we want the scans done as quickly as possible. Endpoint detection and response is enabled for Windows as well. Okay, so here's ransomware rollback, so that's enabled. Windows settings, blah blah blah. So yeah, we can change your logo. Advanced settings. Brute force protection, it's enabled, and software management, and yeah, that's pretty much that for Malwarebytes. Otherwise, you just have your schedules, single sign-on. Yeah, afterwards we'll check on the investigation, investigate, and manage and monitor. We'll see if there's anything quarantined, and yeah, I think that's quick and easy. Let's get the protection disabled so that we can start the test. Okay, I think we are ready to rumble. So we've got 3,583 samples on each side. So as you guys can see, a couple of Office documents, PowerShell scripts, and then zips, some other Java file shortcuts, and then also a bunch of applications. Let's quickly close that. I had to disable Defender. Okay, so now you'll see that those modules are disabled. Quickly just check. Machines are clean. I did enable it. Yep. Okay, Malwarebytes. We are clean. Also to submit. Seems like we are logged out. Okay, just going to enable the protection again. We'll do anti-malware last. Just quickly check log inspection, integrity monitor, intrusion prevention on, save, firewalls on, application control, say on. Okay, device control. Okay, I'll jump over to Malwarebytes quickly. Okay, say save. Endpoint detection, as you guys can see, is still enabled. Advanced, boom, boom, boom. Ransomware rollback. Protections enabled. Okay, so while I'm here, I'm going to quickly update the definitions for the endpoint. Check for protection updates. Okay, doesn't seem like there's any updates. Okay, let's just quickly wait for Malwarebytes, etc. to update, and then we'll start the test. Okay, so I think we are ready to start. Okay, so these are the events, so security updates. That's the only place that I can find to actually update the endpoint itself. There's no real option to, oh, here we are. Okay, so I think we're now ready to start the test. So I've done the updates. So download security updates. You'll see then here at the bottom it shows there's no update, so that should go away fairly soon now. And then check for updates, and protection updates have succeeded just now, so a couple of minutes ago. I have done this, but I just wanted to show you guys that I have performed updates. That shouldn't take too long. Okay, so there it's, according to the dashboard, it should be up to date now. Okay, so all the protection modules are enabled. So I think we are ready to start the test. So first one will obviously be the website test. Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so website blocked. I must say, between the business and the home version looks a lot better than the business. The home version looks a lot more modern. This looks a little bit classic or a little bit outdated. Okay, so I haven't seen anything from TrendMicro. I'm not actually sure how it does look like. And our agent seems to be missing. I'm not sure why. But our device still seems to be online. And let me see under events, I guess there's mails coming in for Malwarebytes. I think I need to close up. That's not very informative. Okay, that's pretty odd. We'll go back. Okay, so I've got absolutely no idea why the agent has disappeared, because there is no update for the agent. So it seems like we've got a couple of pages that were missed. Another one. We'll just close on that one. Okay, so I really don't know what to make of this. Seems like TrendMicro has disappeared, so I'm not sure if it's because of the updates or what is actually happening. But yeah, we've got a couple misses here. We'll jump over to Malwarebytes. Okay, so there we've got a blog page from Malwarebytes. Okay, so seems like one. That one's still loading. Okay, there we go. Two. Looks like 3 sites were missed. TrendMicro, I think missed 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. So now, to be quite honest, I'm actually not sure if TrendMicro is still active here. It shows there it is. Because I've got absolutely no idea what's happening. Let me just run a repair quickly. Okay, so yeah, I've got no idea, but I'm just going to test it as is. I'm really not going to fuss about it, but it still shows that it's running. And if we look at the dashboard, doesn't seem like Windows power efficiency. It shows that the machine is online. Sent policy 9 minutes ago. So, let's send policy again, see if it gets it. So this is quite odd, but yeah, let's just kick it the way it is. Doesn't seem like any of these malwares are getting blocked. Might be a bit reactive though. Okay, so there's a malware in the memory. At least Malwarebytes is giving us some indication that something is happening. Okay, so 2 memories. 0, 0. Okay, cool. There we go. Malware detected. So at least TrendMicro is doing something, so that's good to see. I think the icon most probably just had a glitch. Okay, Malwarebytes is doing its thing. I'm not sure how long this Malwarebytes machine is going to be working. Complete reboots required to complete an anti-malware cleanup or restoration task. Interesting. Okay, I'm just going to close my Outlook because I'm going to get a lot of emails now from Malwarebytes. Okay. I think this test is going to be very interesting. Explorer is getting slow for TrendMicro. Okay, launch ad manager. Oops. Okay. Let's give Malwarebytes a bit of a pause. Okay, well, there's a couple of PowerShells. Hey. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so with just a couple of malware that executed, doesn't seem like we have anything to worry about. On TrendMicro, I think Process Explorer or Task Manager is completely frozen. As you guys can see, we have a little blue circle of death. There goes Explorer. It's restarting. It's not looking good for TrendMicro. And let's continue the test for Malwarebytes. Okay, while we wait, let's hop over to Malwarebytes. Let's see what's happening. Quarantine. Yeah, so we've got quite a couple of malware that's been quarantined already. Trojan encryptions, malpacks, loaders. Okay, let's investigate suspicious activity. Let's see what this can show us. Okay, no records yet. Might still need to populate. Okay, that's if we want to dump malware here. Investigate sandbox analysis. Okay, so these files are malicious. Okay, high severity is 2, medium severity is 4, low severity is 11, update the server. Overrides register keys in a loop, runs a drop executable. Security warning, disables. Okay. So security systems lab compromised. Okay, so Malwarebytes is definitely reporting in detections. See, nice, quick and easy, simple, not very complex. TrendMicro on the other hand seems to be a bit complicated, but yeah. So here we've got some detections: backdoors, quarantine, deleted, terminated. Okay, so it's definitely reporting in, so that's good. That's good to see. Computers. And computer reboot is required. I'm not going to do that now, because I think I'm going to need to do that every time. Okay, so as we know, Malwarebytes normally does well in the beginning, up until halfway, then it starts falling apart. So hopefully Malwarebytes can come back with a bang. Come on, Malwarebytes, you can do this. Don't let us down. Don't disappoint us. For all the Malwarebytes fans out there, hopefully today I can show you a video where Malwarebytes is completely destroying and eating malware for dinner, and hopefully it's not going to be another tier 4 session. TrendMicro is doing its thing. It's still restarting Explorer, really slow considering these are on SSD drives. And we're only on 0.1. Malwarebytes were already on 0.8, so Malwarebytes is way ahead of TrendMicro. Okay, let's see if anything's running. Nothing yet, so it seems like Malwarebytes is kicking the malware in the butt so far. That's really good to see. Trend on the other hand. What's happening on the trend? Still extremely slow though. Malware detected. Yeah. Seems like we're getting a little bit of speed on TrendMicro. Okay, here we go. Get some activity. Okay, so TrendMicro is really slow, as you guys can see. It's way behind. It could be most probably because it's pending a restart, but I'm not going to restart now. I'm going to be like a typical user. No, I'm too busy. I'm typing a document. I can't restart now. The IT department can wait. That's normally how it goes. Can you restart now? No, I can't. I'm super busy. So now I'm doing exactly what an end user does. I don't know. I don't understand question mark language. Malwarebytes is at least still responsive and snappy. Oops, I almost thought that was a blue screen. Okay, so it seems like that one was killed off. That one was killed off. So it only seems like we've got this minus BL that's still running. Yeah, so it only seems like we've got one active threat. Let's quickly have a quick squeeze of that one before I'm going to let you guys go. Okay, so this is a Trojan. Blah blah blah. So Bitdefender, CrowdStrike, ESET, McAfee, Microsoft. Let's see. Avast is aware of it because obviously we tested Avast and Exium before this test. Doesn't seem like Exium is aware of it. Nope, undetected yet. Okay, so here we've got another one, 42. Let's pause the test a bit. Because I wonder if that's not maybe Malwarebytes' problem, is it gets extremely overwhelmed with all the malware executing. So I'm going to try it a bit different today. I'm going to pause it a little bit, just so that we can get maybe Malwarebytes too. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to continue the test for TrendMicro. You guys can see at this pace it's going to take extremely long. Malwarebytes is still flying through the malware, and yeah, I'll let you guys know as soon as there's anything interesting. Hey, how's it everyone? Okay, so the test is done. Malwarebytes, for the first time ever, has actually completed the test. Guys, I absolutely cannot believe this. And at the end, I was actually thinking like, it actually kind of survived. Yes, it was badly infected, but you could still kind of use it. But then later on, it got eventually slow, and then TrendMicro randomly restarted during the test, and then Malwarebytes also randomly just restarted. But at least Malwarebytes came back up. TrendMicro is completely broken, and yeah, Malwarebytes came up, but it is completely stuffed. Just a black back screen. I know there was some pop-ups of Bondi. I tried to look up the malware. It seems like a very old malware, unless there's a new variant of it. But there was some weird Bondi stuff. But yeah, I can actually say that Malwarebytes actually executed all the malware. At the end of the test, there was no ransomware infection. I don't know now. Now I literally can't see anything. It's just black. So I'm gonna force reboot it and see what happens. But I just wanted to let you guys know that Malwarebytes for the first time ever completed the test with no ransomware infection up until when the last malware executed. But let's quickly bounce this machine and then we'll see what happens. You guys can see all these random restrictions. I can't open up Task Manager, can't do Windows Run, nothing. So let me quickly force reboot it and let's see what happens. Okay, so as you guys can see, we have this attention. I know it doesn't look very pretty in frame, so sorry for that. That's just one of Hyper-V's little backdoors that I would say. So we've got this attention. So if we click on OK, it does log us in. So I'm not sure if we can have a black background. If we do log it in, I'll just put it back into frame. Okay, so now that we are back in, there is just absolutely nothing happening at this point. Let's see if we put it back to basic view. Your PC has been wrecked by Bulby. Yeah, it's definitely been wrecked. No kidding. Okay, so I don't think there's much more that I can do, guys. So this is the Bulby that I was talking about. So yeah, I think this is the end of the test for Malwarebytes. But yeah, I can actually say that it did actually survive up until the end. So that's a first for Malwarebytes. So good job, Malwarebytes. Whatever you guys did in the last 3 months, there is definitely a significant improvement. But unfortunately, even when it finished the test, it was badly infected. Like my mailbox was almost running out of storage space of all the email alerts that I got from Malwarebytes. So, and yeah, that also had the flies, the butterfly thingy on it, and yeah, it was also a black background, but some of the icons were there. But yeah, I could definitely see it was badly infected. So I would have most probably failed it in any case. But yeah, definitely much better. It actually quite surprised me. But unfortunately, we have a completely utter useless machine. And TrendMicro took very long to execute the malware. It only got about third way in, and then we had issues. There were a couple of extra files created on the desktop. I couldn't see any ransomware infection. But yeah, TrendMicro failed and Malwarebytes failed. But between these two, I would say Malwarebytes was the better one. At least it got to the end of the test. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit me up in the comments. Like and subscribe if you're new. I do appreciate everyone still watching the videos. It does take quite some time to make these videos. It does take a couple of hours, especially the way that I do them. Try to make it as most informative as possible, put as much info in the videos. I know they're sometimes a little bit long, but I try to put in as much info and testing into it as I possibly can. But yeah, I'm going to do a couple of more tests once I've decided on the vendors that I want to put them side by side. I'll start the test. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.